everyone. Welcome back to Travel Diaries by Niyo. In this episode 4 of our series, we have Ajinkya with us, who recently visited Vietnam, and he's here to tell us all the insider details such as costs, stays, flights. So let's dive in.
Hi, hello guys. I'm here to annoy everyone today and tell you all about my very cool Vietnam trip.
So what made you choose Vietnam for your trip?
So, to be very honest, it was actually the number of leaves required to take this trip. So we thought Vietnam would be good because you can actually like pack in a lot of things in like a very less amount of time, because commuting within Vietnam is very easy.
Okay.
And we did not want to spend a lot. It was, people were going on year-end vacations also. We went during November, like Diwali time, so we had a lot of like leaves for Diwali also. We like, it was more of like a leave-related decision, like more than anything. Yeah, and it was like a 10-day trip that we did to Vietnam.
Okay, alright. Have you traveled abroad before, or was it your first international trip?
No, this is my second international trip, and like this happened after a period of 7 years.
Okay.
I have done a Euro trip,
Okay.
and over there, like we had a lot of time because we were juniors back then, so we could get like a lot of leaves easily. So there, that was like a 3-week trip where we did France, Italy, Belgium, and Netherlands. So yeah, that was my first international trip.
Okay. Who did you travel with? Was it a solo trip or?
No. So we were like a bunch of 5 friends, and we went there. Like there were 2 people from Bangalore, new friends. So the best way to consolidate or travel together. And yeah, it was just a bunch of like a group of friends. Yeah.
Okay. How long was your trip, and how did you plan the itinerary?
Okay, so my Vietnam trip was 12 days. We planned everything to the T because we are not in our 20s anymore. So we need to know exactly which day we are going when. We basically planned everything 2-3 months beforehand. That is when we also booked the flights and the hotels, everything. So all the experiences, like we actually did like a planned trip because we did not want any unexpected surprises or things like that. So
Okay, that's great.
lovely.
Would you describe this as a budget-friendly trip or luxury trip?
No, it was quite a budget-friendly trip. We actually did 2 or 3 things you could describe them as luxury, but it was actually, the whole trip cost us just over $1 lakh.
Oh,
So,
that's great.
per person. So it was, you can say it was like a budget trip. Considering we went in like peak season and we went for 12 days, you could say it was like more of a budget trip.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright.
But having said that, we didn't compromise on anything. Like we stayed in very good places, we ate all the nice food, we did all the experiences. Yeah, and still managed it just above like
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
1 lakh. So,
That's amazing.
yeah.
So what was your overall budget for the trip?
Okay, so my overall budget for the trip was, I was looking around 120, 130 somewhere down the line. But surprisingly, I did not exceed that at all. Everything went well. And to give you a split of like a breakup of like all the expenses, 30K was spent on flights. 40K went into like all the accommodations because we covered almost like the entirety of Vietnam. So we stayed at like about 6 or 7 places. So 40K for that. So that's 40 plus 30, that's 70. We did a 10K cruise. Then you can say that was like the luxury part of the trip. So that becomes 80K. 20K was just your everyday food, commuting in and out, like tickets to see something, etc. So that becomes 1K. Over and above that, I don't count shopping as an expense because that is completely personal. I mean, you can spend $1 lakh on shopping if you want. I did not shop a lot. I just took some souvenirs. So mine, I would say, would be around 1 lakh 5 to 1 lakh 10. And out of like this, like all my shopping expenses, about 80% happened with the Niyo debit card.
Okay, that's great. So how did you book your flights to Vietnam?
So the thing is, we actually wanted to compare flights. So
Yeah.
the best way to do it was Skyscanner.
Okay.
So we just all of us sat down. Like two people were in Bombay, one person was in Delhi. So we were just trying to map what's the cheapest
Flight, yeah.
because we were going as a group, so there was no like worry about layovers, etc. and time, because we were going on a holiday only, so there was no rush to reach. So we booked Air Asia tickets and we
Okay.
got them on Skyscanner.
Okay.
We had a layover in Bangkok, but while coming back we took Vietjet flight that was straight like from Ho Chi Minh City to Bangalore.
Okay, okay. All right. And what about visa?
For my Vietnam trip, I got my visa through Niyo. It was like not even like a 10-minute process. The visa arrived 15 days, but I think that's like standard. But like in 3,000 bucks, I think I'm forgetting, it's 2,500 to 3,000 bucks. I got my visa, and it was like a very very simplified and smooth experience.
Okay, that's amazing. So, what kind of accommodation did you choose? Was it hotels, hostels, or Airbnbs?
Yeah, so the thing is, we were a group of 5 people. So for us, hotels did not make much sense because we were odd number of people. So one
Yeah.
person would have to pay for the entire hotel room. So
Yeah.
it just made sense for us to book Airbnbs, and it was more economical that way. So we were 5 people, so it actually like ended up being very much value for money.
Okay, okay. And where do you book your stays from?
Okay, so the thing is, this is like booking places is like it's a lengthy procedure. Like we
Yeah.
had to make Excel sheets.
Oh.
We had girls also with us, so like booking places then becomes like an exercise onto itself. There were mainly 2 platforms. One was Airbnb and one was Booking.com. We ended up doing a lot of bookings on Booking.com simply for the reason because we did not know whether we'll be going to the exact place, what time we'll reach. And Booking.com generally what it does is it offers you like a no upfront payment feature. You can just book it and you can pay when you reach there. So that is help. That's why Booking.com is better. And if you want to go to like a really picturesque place, you want to like actually go and stay at a certain location, then Airbnb works because they have the best quality of accommodations.
Yeah, right. So, which cities and places did you visit in Vietnam?
Okay, we did top down. So we landed in Hanoi, which is North Vietnam, and we ended the trip in Ho Chi Minh. So we went from Hanoi, then we did the cruise in Halong Bay, then we went to Cat Ba Island, then we went to the city of Hoi An, then we went to like a very old village called Hue, then we went to Ho Chi Minh, and then back to Bangalore.
India. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, what were the top activities you did?
So there were, so I never gone on a cruise before, so I would say that the cruise was like a very big highlight because it was just not being on the big boat, but what they do is they have a lot of activities centered around that day. Like they'll take you to see old temples, they'll basically make you do like open water swimming. It was one of the best experiences I had because it was just me and the bay and the sun, and it was like amazing. If you know how to swim, the water is absolutely pristine. You can just swim there all day, no one will come and disturb you. So those were the like I think top highlights for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of bicycle rides and tuk-tuk and boat rides also. So
Okay.
that was also pretty cool.
Tuk-tuk is what?
So
Rickshaw.
tuk-tuk is rickshaw.
Okay.
Like there are a lot of cities in which like you have tuk-tuks and two-wheelers. So you can rent a tuk-tuk. You can actually hire a two-wheeler to like ride on your own. So all that stuff is pretty standard, but it is very enjoyable. Like if you are going as a group, it is a lot of fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you have any wow moment that like surprised you or anything like that?
Yeah, so one thing that I was like really looking forward to doing over there was so I had seen like I'm a huge Anthony Bourdain fan, and Anthony Bourdain on his show had invited Obama, and they had a meal in a very very small and secluded spot in Hanoi, and
Okay.
that place was called Bancha.
Okay.
And so my reason for going to like that market itself was just to go and visit that restaurant, and it tasted exactly like the food tasted exactly how I had envisioned it, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life, let alone that trip. Like and rightly so, like the dish now they have renamed it to Obama Special.
Of
So
course.
you just ask for an Obama Special, they give you a beer and like a bowl of like broth, like
Okay.
a curry broth. So
Okay.
you just have it, you have a beer, and you're sorted.
Okay, nice, nice. Was there a funny moment on the trip? Anything funny?
So we had two vegetarian people on the trip, and I just want to say to all vegetarian people who visit Vietnam, like I want to give them my condolences and they have my sympathies, because Vietnam is horrible for vegetarian people. The thing is that there is no way around it, because any food that they cook in fish oil. So even if
Okay.
you are just having like a simple like
Yeah.
French fries or
Yeah.
something like that, you know it's not vegetarian, so
vegetarian.
to say. Like our friends who were there with us, they had a really hard time. Thankfully, like they had those ready-to-eat meals that we get in India. So at night, at least, they were having a full meal. And the thing is that Vietnam is famous for exotic food, right? You can get all kinds of meat, all kinds of exotic insects, animals, etc. So we kept telling our friend that we are going to, so there is a delicacy over there, so where they have a live beating heart of a cobra.
Okay.
So what they do is basically there's like an exotic like kind of a restaurant, and you get all kinds of exotic meat over there. They bring a cobra to you. They skin the cobra
Oh
in
my God.
front of you. They
Okay.
take out its heart. They put it in a small bowl.
Oh my
Then you have to
God.
gulp it. So the fun was throughout the whole trip we were telling this friend that we are going to do it and you will also have to do it with us. We didn't do, of course we didn't do it.
Okay.
But yeah, like throughout the whole, when we were boarding for our flight back from Ho Chi Minh, she like, thank God you guys didn't do it. Like it was,
Yeah.
otherwise it would have scarred her for life.
Obviously, yeah.
So, but you get all these things over there. Like
Okay.
it's pretty insane.
This is
Like,
crazy.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that was something really cool. And another fun small thing that happened was because our friends who were like vegetarian, they had gotten a lot of ready to cook stuff, and like one Gujarati friend, she had gotten theplas from home. So thing is, our Airbnb host said that like, do you have something that I could try, because we tried the food of her place. So we gave her theplas to eat.
Okay.
And she said that this is better than the food we eat over here.
Yeah.
So those were the 5 most proud seconds of being a Gujarati that my friend
Yeah.
had. So yeah, that was
Okay.
good fun.
Okay, amazing. How did you get around within Vietnam?